in the bottom sides. As the blue player, we have Ciamgyic playing the Rus. They're going to open up villages. They're going to go hunting, cabin, and house. So, pretty standard Rus stuff. Very different from the previous game we watched, though, where the opponent, YoungYakov, went immediate scout. And speaking of YoungYakov, they are up in the top right-hand corner. They got that Ovu. They got that town center. Oh, that's great placement. Right next to a wood line. And an Ovu stone placement. The gold is going to be quite vulnerable. But it shouldn't be too bad. And are they going to try and double villager production? I don't know. We're going to find out. For now, the Khan is just kind of running around gathering sheep. And since this early game is going to be really important, we're going to go reveal map all, and we're going to take a look at what both players are doing. So, Ciamgyic, alright, they know their Rus, they're going to ping a wolf, drag it to the town center, which is going to do its job finishing it off. Scout is just going to keep running around. Alright, and they're just going to, get that bounty. And we're going to go over to this point of view. We want to see what this bounty accumulation is like. So, 45 so far, not too bad. They could be taking out some more sheep to speed that up, but not the biggest deal. And yeah, second scout's out. Gonna be looking for more hunt. These deer are gonna go down. And yeah, they're gonna hit that tier 1 pretty soon. That 5% villager harvest rate increase. But on the other side of things, YoungYakov doing a decent job. Taking out these deer with the can. Using that speed boost, making sure they grab all the sheep where they can. Do they have a second scout? Yeah, they built a second scout. And they didn't make a stable for it either. Are they going to go for something like double scout production? That's actually a possible good idea. It's like you build next to the Ovu, you skip one vill, and you build double scouts out of your TC. I don't think they did that. Right now, they're just kind of saving up the stone. Ooh, they're going to have a bit of a duel over these deer. Oh, YoungYakov going to challenge the opponent's scout. That scout is injured, so in a 1 versus 1 fight, YoungYakov would win. And yeah, they're doing a decent job clearing this deer. Denying a bunch of bounty. Ciamgyic only at 145. You compare this to the last game we watched with YoungYakov, who was the Rus player in that case. They were pretty much at 250 already. So far things looking good for YoungYakov. That said, Ciamgyic already working on that golden gate. Going up to feudal. YoungYakov, has to mine gold all the way over here. But the closest thing they have to a safe gold. That said, they're clearing another deer camp. They're actually going to be able to clear, like half of this one, all of this one, and all of this one. And that's like 140 gold for these two, and then 160 bounty over here as well. Ciamgyic could be up at like 300s, possibly 400 bounty. But YoungYakov, they know their stuff. They are a very strong Rus player, so they know the counterplay. You get that early scout, you clear the deer camps as quickly as possible. You kite wolves onto the town center. So they're looking okay so far. That said, Ciamgyic, alright, they hit the 250 bounty. They hit feudal age at 4.5 minutes. It's alright. It's not the fastest age up, but it's still pretty good. And it's definitely faster than their opponent, who's working on deer stones. They want that speed for their workers and their army. And Ciamgyic gonna find another wolf. Gonna get that bounty up. Gonna keep getting that gold in. But they have not nearly killed enough stuff to reach 500, so Well played from YoungYakov. If you clear enough deer and sheep off the map, and wolves, you can deny your opponent being able to get tier 3. Which is a huge gold difference, actually. You look at that passive generation from those hunting cabins, like there's a big difference between 24 and 18. Like 27 to 24, it's nice, but it's not the biggest difference, but 24 to 18, a big difference in the gold gen rate. And extra villager production as well is quite nice. So denying that is also very good. And what do we got? Professional scouts? Yeah. So these deer are about to get picked up. But ooh, we have a feudal age can now with deer stones. This is giving them an extra bit of a speed increase. And the can, oh, if it focus fired one of them, I think it could actually take it down before it reaches the base. But it kind of dawdled a little. Went after the ones that already had deer, and there was one up here. Yeah, which picked up a deer. It was already injured. I don't think the can's going to take this one down, sadly. What do we got? Mangudai, double Mangudai production. 3 archery ranges. Oh, wow. YoungYakov's just like, I'm going to deny all the deer, all of your scouts from being able to collect deer. Oh, the scout gets a hit. Scouts do bonus damage to other scouts. So Khan is actually going to kill this one. Yep. And that is one deer carcass that is not quite going to get there in time. And losing a scout. Oh, that's a big deal. Alright, what do we got? Yeah, that carcass gets picked up. And it's going to make it back in time. Horseman coming out. You know, that's pretty good. It'll do a decent job against this can. Yeah, does bonus damage range, but the can does recover health over time. And we'll slowly pick that off. And ooh, regular archers backing up the horse archers, the Mangudai. And yeah, this horseman's going to go down. Didn't really achieve too much. It just kind of scared the can off slightly. Oh, and these scouts picking up these deer. Every time one of those scouts goes down, though, that's like almost an extra trip that has to be made to these deer camps. Especially if the Mangudai are able to pick off a whole bunch. But what are we seeing? Regular archer, regular archer. Are these just a whole bunch of regular archers? YoungYakov getting that big military. 15 military now. And, ooh, villagers coming forwards. Are we going to see Fort Tower? I believe we are. Barracks coming up behind this. So, yeah, they scouted those horsemen. They're like, I'm going to get some spears up. We're going to deal with this. And hardened? Yeah, hardened spearmen. I don't see a blacksmith just yet. Oh, they actually just went for a pasture? Double pasture already. This one, incredibly safe food production. And if you get them early, actually it really works out well because you can get a big stockpile of sheep. Alright, what do we got? Oh, villagers, but they're taking archer fire. And these do not have the health upgrades, so they're going to go down. Oh, that's pretty scary. But YoungYakov wants to put on this pressure before Castle Age is done, but sadly could not get it done just in time. But they've been doing a decent job, you know, harassing these scouts. Oh, but there's a lot of scouts now. They're going to be able to get entire deer camps at a time. Oh, scouts are about to run into a whole bunch of archers. Oh, is that archer going? Oh, scout goes down. Nicely done. A lot of damage coming in. And oh, there's a wooden fortress right there. Put all your scouts in it. There we go. And yeah, Mangudai, oh, just melts to the wooden fortress. Khan needs to get out before it dies. Is it going to live? Oh, it just dies. The last arrow gets it. Oh, that's really unfortunate. I mean, there's this tower over here. And YoungYakov could, you know, mine a little bit of gold, get arrow slits, but there's no gold income there. Alright, there's gold income over here now. But they're all in on feudal. Look at how many archers they have. But now Rus has the horse archers. Although they do lose the regular archers, so this is not, you know, the best situation. I guess they just kind of want to pick off the reinforcements as they come out. Maybe go for some counter harass. Are we gonna get siege engineering? I think they're saving up the gold to try and get siege engineering out. Alright, the scouts see this outpost empty, undefended. They're just gonna knock that down. Oh, Yakov actually had a bit of an opportunity to like peck away at this lumber camp. But did not get it down. Alright, outpost comes up. They're gonna do a bit of damage. But these horse archers, oh, they find the villagers in the center. And they're just gonna get a whole bunch of damage done. But I believe YoungYakov achieved their goal. Yeah, they're just gonna go for siege engineering. They're gonna go for these battering rams. And that could be it. Like, they just could just go for a big all-in, get those rams out. We do have almost enough gold for a ram, but they're a bit short right now. Oh, this girl is looking vulnerable. These horse archers could be shooting this. Alright. Scouts doing good damage here. Oh, but they were on attack move, and now they're chasing a bunch of archers instead of hitting this. And funnily, if the scouts go down, that's the best thing that could happen here, because this tower cannot be killed by archers. Oh, there are man-at-arms. Oh, another horse archer goes down. This is a gigantic ball of archers, and they have the YAM network upgrades, so they're going to be able to run around, do a whole bunch of damage pretty freely. And, oh, interesting. They went for the high trade house. I actually think, yeah, they just want that extra deer income. They want to get that extra bounty. Let's take a look at this unit count. Oh, but they're not getting a lot of extra bounty. Economy 36. What's YoungYakov sitting on? 37, so they're pretty close. But the military count for YoungYakov is so much bigger. And now they have the ram coming out. Probably going to go up to 2 rams, I would say. Oh. I can't tell if this has got arrow slits. It probably does because it's outranging this tower. And this wooden fortress is slowly going to get chipped away at. It's got that man-at-arms in it. And YoungYakov, oh, loses some villagers. But has a huge archer ball. And those are going to probably pick off. Yep, one horse archer goes down. There's another one going to go down. Maybe. They're taking a lot of damage. Oh. Battering ram comes in, but there are man-at-arms defending it. Oh, and that's a lot of man-at-arms. And look at how little damage these archers are doing. They only have 5. They're doing 1 damage a hit. Is +1 arrow coming out? No, just a little bit more wood required. Steeled arrow would be amazing here, because archers would effectively be doing double damage. Alright. And the Mongol player kind of at the place they want to be. The more damage you can do to buildings, you get that 50 gold, 50 food per, you know, every time you ignite one. YoungYakov benefit greatly from that. And oh, I really wish they had steeled arrow right now, because that would be doing double damage against all of these man-at-arms. Oh, that scout just gets deleted. It's the man-at-arms that are the scary ones here. That said, they don't really have much damage. They have to get on top of these archers, and the archers can just, you know, run back and forth, get that kiting. And alright, so they're just out of range of the YAM network now. If they were in range, they would be doing a lot of really good work. Oh. Tower doing okay-ish damage. I think the man-at-arms win this, though. Tower is fairly cheap, so it's not really the end of the world. Oh, I think they did invest in arrow slits, though, so that's a little bit of stone, a little bit of gold lost if that tower goes down. Alright, what's happening over here? Early man-at-arms. They're just so tanky. These archers are doing basically nothing to them. And yeah, do we have steeled arrow on the way? We do. So as soon as steeled arrow comes in, these archers are going to be doing twice as much damage to these. And that's going to help a lot. And yeah, here comes the 6 damage. And yeah, they are just... Oh, look at that difference. Like, the archer count has actually been thinned out a bit now, but now they're doing double damage, so that's going to help them a lot. And oh, because the archers were in the AM network, you do actually get the speed bonus for a little bit after. So because they were in the tower when it went down, they get the speed bonus. And, oh, using the can just to tank a few hits. The can does heal and does have a lot of health, so makes sense to, you know, go for something like that. But these man-at-arms are slowly going to work their way through these archers. And YoungYakov is going to be on the back foot. They are not even close to getting to Castle Age. Some counter harass is happening. But oh, these horse archers are going to go down. And yeah, they're just trying to kite against these man-at-arms, who now actually have the armor upgrade, so archers are back to doing 1 damage a shot on them. Oh, that's so unfortunate. These man-at-arms are going to be utterly devastating in this fight. And yeah, upgrades matter so much in this situation. Like, if these were veteran archers with +2 from Castle Age, they'd actually be doing pretty well in this fight. But it just takes so much to do damage here. And yeah, like spears coming into tank. Although funnily they're going to be the damage dealers there, just because like they happen to have more damage, even though they're designed as like anti-cavalry. And yeah, this is not going so well. Like, if we look at the military, CM just being a bit more efficient. These man-at-arms are going to do really well. Oh, but archers get back into the AM network, so they get that speed bonus. They're going to be able to kite. And these horse archers are getting zoned out by archers, so it's not the end of the world. But if we go back to current resources, yeah, YoungYakov. Alright, now villas are going to start going down. They do not have the health upgrades, so they're extra squishy. And this is just looking really bad for YoungYakov, who just can't really do enough damage against these man-at-arms. They can kite them, and that's working quite well, but that's a lot of extra concentration you have to put in. And like, they can't gather gold while this is going on. Alright. Eventually, the man-at-arms go down though. YoungYakov finally clears up. Oh, they're just tanking hits though. The man-at-arms are still getting kills. Okay. That counter pressure from CM is lightened up a little bit. But, alright, hunting cabin straight in the middle of the map? Okay. Oh, they're gonna go for this boar. They want that extra bounty. And yeah, they're gonna be able to gather all this food. Villas come in. And boar meat is extremely fast as far as gather rate goes. There's 2,000 on 1 boar. And yeah, CM is just like, I've got map control. I can do this. Warrior monk is out. Are they gonna go for the sacred site? I think they're gonna go for relics first. And do they actually... Where is this monastery? Already had 2 relics being picked up during all of that. So, yeah. Looking really good for them. And yeah, just man-at-arms, they're so beefy against arrows. Regular archers just do not do enough. And they're just gonna walk in here and just clear vills. And I think this might actually be game. YoungYakov just can't kill them quickly enough. And despite doing a really good job in the early game, you know, contesting those deer camps, getting to feudal not that long after their opponent, they went for this big kind of all-in play. CM was just ready, had enough defense, and got up to castle, and that is GG. Ciamgyic takes it over YoungYakov, and they will go through. to the round of 64, and YoungYakov are, who looked incredibly strong as Rus in the previous set, falls to the Rus player. And I don't really know if there's much else to say about that game. Look at the timeline. Look at this Castle Age coming in. And like, you know, they'd lose a fight here. YoungYakov able to kind of kite, do really well there. Village account. Oh, but this is when like the harass starts coming in. Like the man at arms. Eventually they just build up to a count where they're able to just keep picking off villagers. And yeah, YoungYakov was sending villages forward to build forward outposts. Get that YAM network boost for their army, and they just didn't have units that could go up against those man-at-arms. Those archers were just getting absolutely shredded. And were unable to like stop the man-at-arms. They're doing 1 damage a hit. You really need to be against Castle Age if you're also... if your opponent has Castle Age, because otherwise you just lose. But yeah, well played to CM, who, despite getting contested quite heavily in the early game, was able to just sit back, play defensive, get to castle, and then take the game from there.